Imagine this. You're a wealthy, isolated man on your birthday, receiving a mysterious gift from your estranged brother. A game that promises to change your life forever. But at what cost? Today, I'm taking you on an emotional journey through the 1997 psychological thriller called Game. This film is a masterpiece of suspense, exploring themes of control, isolation, and rediscovering what truly matters in life. It's the kind of story that leaves you reflecting on your own routines and relationships long after it's over. Let me guide you through it, as if we're chatting over coffee, unraveling the twists together. We begin with Nicholas Van Orton, a successful investment banker in San Francisco, living a life of luxury but profound loneliness. His days are filled with boardroom meetings and solitary evenings in his grand mansion. On his 48th birthday, the same age his father was when he tragically took his own life, Nicholas feels the weight of that family shadow. His estranged younger brother Conrad shows up unexpectedly, looking a bit disheveled but excited. Conrad gifts Nicholas an unusual present, enrollment in something called The Game, run by a company named Consumer Recreation Services, or CRS. He promises it will be life-changing, something that turned his own chaotic existence around. Nicholas, skeptical and guarded, brushes it off at first. But curiosity gets the better of him, and he decides to visit CRS for an evaluation. The offices are sleek and professional, but there's an undercurrent of mystery in the air. He undergoes bizarre tests, like psychological questionnaire and physical exams, all while wondering what he's getting into. Finally, CRS calls to say he's been rejected, which stings his ego more than he expected. Little does he know, that's when the game truly begins. That evening, Nicholas returns home to find a clown doll on his driveway, eerily resembling one from his childhood. Inside the doll, a message hints that the game is underway, whether he likes it or not. I remember feeling a chill at this point. It's that moment when ordinary life starts to unravel, and you can't look away. If something like this happened to you, would you dive in or run the other way? The next day, during a TV news broadcast Nicholas is watching, the anchor suddenly speaks directly to him, referencing personal details only he would know. His confusion turns to alarm as the intrusions escalate. At a restaurant meeting, a waitress accidentally spills wine on him, apologizing profusely. But later, he finds a hidden key in his briefcase, leading to more puzzles. Nicholas tries to contact CRS, but their lines are busy or evasive. His world starts to spin out of control. One night, he wakes to find his home vandalized with graffiti and blacklight messages glowing under special lamps. Photos from his past are scattered everywhere, stirring up buried emotions about his father's death. He feels violated, exposed, and increasingly isolated. This is where the emotional depth hits. Nicholas, who prides himself on control, is forced to confront how empty his life has become. It's heartbreaking to see a man so powerful, yet so alone, grasping for answers. What would you do if your carefully built world started crumbling like this? The game pulls him deeper. Nicholas follows clues to a hotel, where he encounters a woman named Christine, who seems caught up in the chaos too. She's a waitress who claims to have been fired because of him, now entangled in whatever this is. Together, they flee from shadowy figures pursuing them through the city streets. Nicholas's car is remotely hijacked, speeding uncontrollably toward the bay. He barely escapes as it plunges into the water. Soaked and shaken, he turns to Christine for help, their unlikely alliance forming amid the uncertainty. As they hide out, Nicholas opens up about his regrets, his distant relationship with Conrad, the guilt over his father's suicide. Christine listens, sharing her own vulnerabilities, creating a rare moment of human connection for him. I found this part so moving. It's like the game is stripping away his armor, revealing the man underneath. In real life, how often do we need a shake-up to truly connect with others? The pursuits intensify. Nicholas discovers his bank accounts frozen, his identity seemingly stolen. He confronts CRS employees, but they deny everything, making him question his sanity. In a desperate move, he breaks into the CRS building at night, navigating dark corridors filled with props and surveillance. He finds files on himself, realizing the game has infiltrated every aspect of his life. But security catches him, leading to a tense escape. Christine reveals she's part of it too, or so it seems, shattering his trust. Betrayed and broke, Nicholas hitchhikes back to San Francisco, a far cry from his wealthy self. He pawns his watch for cash, symbolizing how far he's fallen. Reuniting with Conrad, who admits the game got out of hand for him too, they plot to end it. But Conrad vanishes, leaving Nicholas more paranoid. This escalation builds such emotional tension. The fear stems from losing grip on reality, not anything overt. It's a reminder of how fragile our sense of security can be. If you were Nicholas, pushed to your limits, how would you fight back? Share in the comments what you do. I'll be checking them all. Now at his lowest, Nicholas arms himself and storms the CRS headquarters. He takes Christine hostage, demanding answers from the executives. In the chaos, he accidentally shoots Conrad, who appears to be involved. Horrified, Nicholas flees to the rooftop, echoing his father's final act. Overwhelmed by grief and despair, he jumps. But instead of the end, he crashes through a glass ceiling into a giant airbag below. The room erupts in applause. It's all been the game, an elaborate setup. Conrad is alive. The gun was loaded with blanks. Everyone, Christine, the executives, were actors. The game was designed to give Nicholas a new perspective on life, a rebirth on his birthday. Stunned, he processes the revelation, tears mixing with relief. The emotional payoff is incredible, from isolation to connection, fear to freedom. What strikes me is how the story shows that sometimes we need to lose control to find ourselves again. It's inspiring, in a way, without being preachy. Did this twist catch you off guard, or did you see it coming? If you've seen the game, how did it make you feel? Drop your thoughts below. Let's discuss what life's game has taught you. As Nicholas joins the celebration, he invites Christine for coffee, hinting at new beginnings. The film ends on a hopeful note, with him stepping into a brighter future. This story isn't just thriller. It's a deep look at human resilience and the power of change. I love how it encourages us to question our routines and cherish relationships. If this emotional ride resonated with you, give it a like and subscribe for more insightful dives into classic films. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the game. Can't wait to hear your takes in the comments. See you there.